BJ Brooks in the Morning Rush.
Show is just great.
I like what they talk about.
Oh, a terrific show.
I listen to their show every morning.
98.7 Kiss Country.
7:39, and we have downtown. We're supposed to get a high today of around 61 or mid-60s. We were at 61 here a little bit ago. Yeah, we're at 59. So just kind of depends. It might be off a degree or two, but yeah, we're pretty close. Right, Pete?
That's right.
So Tuesday mornings, we like to take a little bit of a break and get an update of what's going on with road conditions, road reports as far as closures and detours and all sorts of great stuff that we all love here in the Midwest. Do you have anything to add, or how are some of the projects going, Pete?
Going well. Starting out with, we'll talk about some of the things that wrapped up. We had Iowa 9 closed just south of Grafton there for that small culvert replacement, and finished that up. So that's back up and open. There was the crack and seal project on Interstate 35 where we were working in the Clear Lake area up to Iowa 9 and the ramps, and that's all done. So you don't have to worry about lane closures there right now. The crack and seal project between Forest City and Fertile on Highway 9, that finished up. So making some good progress on some of the smaller projects. The resurfacing project between Fertile and Interstate 35, they have finished up with a lot of the preliminary work, so don't expect to see any work going on there this week. Might be another week or so before the asphalt contractor moves in and starts doing the milling and resurfacing, but we will keep you updated when they are ready to come in. We talked about the district-wide patching project where we hit different highways this week. They're going to be on Iowa 3 between Rowan, kind of east of Clarion there, and I-35. That should be the rest of the week there. Charles City work is still going on the south end of that project on Highway 18 in the Clark and Grand area, doing some sidewalks, doing some intakes, storm sewer intakes and stuff on the road. So again, be aware of lane closures there. And just pointing out again, we talked about it last week, that the intersections at Clark and Grand, they're replacing the stoplights there. Those stoplights are out. So it's a 4-way stop, and it's going to be that way for quite a while. So just be aware of that. The US 69 project north of Lake Mills, it's going to be a microsurfacing project. They have started. I believe they started yesterday. So be aware of Pilot Car and Flagger in that area. And I guess to look ahead on the 24th, next Monday, the resurfacing project on US 218 in Floyd and then north of town will be getting going. So there will be Pilot Car and Flagger and lane closures there. So those are the main ones that are going on that are going to be starting as well. And I know a lot of people have been wondering about when we're going to start the bridge just south of Rockwell. We just found out yesterday that we've got a meeting set up Thursday with the contractor. And so next week we should be able to give you a date as to when that will start. More than likely, it'll be after Memorial Day, but it could be, a little bit earlier, but we'll know for sure by next week.
Now, do you try and stay away from the holidays, Pete, and or at least shut everything down so that way people can, the traffic can continue to flow?
Yes, we do. Even, like if a holiday's on a weekend or something like that, obviously with bridge projects where you've got a bridge torn out and there's a detour, we can't put a temporary bridge, slap that up for the holiday. But
Come on.
no, yeah, it would be interesting. That's for sure.
Right.
Yes. A lot of these smaller projects we do. It's in the contract that the contractors cannot work those days just because, like you mentioned, the increased traffic, and we like to make things as smooth as possible, especially around the holidays. So yes, that is something we definitely look at.
Doesn't sound like anything's too major for like 4th of July.
No, it shouldn't be too bad. Obviously just the projects that are already in place right now. And I can't right off the top of my head. I don't think of anything that should be any major inconvenience or detour or anything like that in the area. So that's good news.
And remember, if you always want to get a road report, it's fantastic. It's great to use. I've been using it a lot more. It's only taken me a couple of years to get used to go, oh, that's right. Let's check this thing out.
It is there.
It is there. And 511ia.org is on the website. Also, you can download the 511 app on your mobile phone, whether it's an Android or an iPhone, and and put your route in the in the position, so that way you get notifications if they happen to do anything, or if there's depending on where you travel, sometimes there's an accident. It'll show that and things like that. So it's a really valuable, useful app that you guys do have. So it's a great app that you do.
Yeah, we have updated it as we've talked about a few weeks ago. So it's a lot more features on there. There's a lot of information there. It's one of those things where you almost need to just sit down with it on the couch one night and play around and find out what's there and where everything is and get more efficient at using it.
Exactly. So as always, we do it on Tuesdays about 7:40. We talk to Pete with the Iowa DOT and find out all the road reports and thing. Have you, when you were a kid, Pete, I got to talk to you about something else here real quick.
Oh boy.
I'm sure you know. I know, right?
now the nerves kick in.
You're going, dang, he has something for me tonight. Well, no, this is kind of a big deal for the area, really, because you think about it, and because there's plenty of like road reports and detours and things, road closed to through traffic and all that good stuff. But there's another thing that's causing probably some of the roads to close, probably in town. Have you heard about this TV show that's being filmed, a pilot here in town, Mason City, Clear Lake?
I heard something yesterday. I just heard that something was going on in downtown Clear Lake, I believe. Yeah.
It's called Strong Tower.
Okay.
And they're right now they're putting together a first season and hopefully to put together it's a pilot to that somebody might pick up, hopefully, or a streaming service or whatever.
Yeah.
So, as growing up as a kid, you go, man, what do you want to do when you grow up? I want to be an actor. I want to be on TV. Well, I got stuck in radio. There's a reason. But I thought that'd be kind of fun to be an extra because they're using some local people to be extras in that thing.
Okay, cool. Did you try out?
Well, I don't know how.
I see.
Do you? I thought, well, why not talk to a former TV person that would have the know on some of that stuff? How do you go about doing that?
The key word in that sentence was former.
Right?
That's almost 14 years ago, Jay. I think things have changed a little bit.
Has it been that long since you've been on TV?
Yeah, in September. Yeah, September of 2007 is when I left. So yeah, it'll be 14 years.
Is that right?
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking, hey, maybe somebody would, that's maybe listening that likes country music or whatever, hear us two talking and go, hey, these two guys sound all right. Maybe we should get them in there. We got one with a former TV experience and one that really shouldn't be on TV, but man, why not give it a shot? We need a person in there.
We could be listed in the credits as two guys talking at table in back.
Right. At least we're in it. At least
Right.
Think about it. If I was in the show, I'd be talking about that thing all the time.
Yeah. Well, it's funny how that stuff happens. I remember we had I can't even remember the name of the movie, but they needed a weather report for a tornado. And one of our meteorologists at the station taped something for him. And I believe he made the movie.
Is that right?
Yeah. Just a short clip in the background on TV, but yep. I can't even remember the name of it, but yeah, that was kind of fun.
Is it Twister?
It was not Twister.
Oh, okay. You'd think that because you know what I did, because you've heard me talk about, did you ever get a pair of Hey Dudes yet?
No, I haven't.
I got my third pair now. Look at that.
I can't see them.
They're camouflage.
Right. I can't see them.
Well, I got you now. Okay. Oh, Pete's telling a funny here this morning, folks. I can't see you. Yeah, I got camouflage one. I've actually bought another two pairs yesterday.
You're going to be a spokesman.
I know I should be getting these things for free, but I'm not. I'm paying $60 a piece every time I do this. But they're so comfortable.
Well, that's important.
I know. You got to get a pair, Pete.
I'll have to look into it.
Look into
it. I think I said that last time.
No, you're not going to, are you?
Doubtful.
Come on. I'll buy. How about if I buy you a pair and then you tell me?
We'll work on that.
All right. What size shoe do you wear? Then I'll get that.
I'd have to double check. It depends on what it is. If it's tennis shoes, or I'm guessing around 9.5.
You got small feet.
Yeah, my brother literally said to me one day, "How do you balance on those stubs?"
Yeah, then you twist an ankle, and boy, that's even worse yet.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. I'd love for people to text in or make a comment on it. Text us to tell me whether or not I should buy Pete a pair or not. 641-494-25. I will. I'll buy you a pair, Pete.
I'll have to take a look, Jay. I glanced at them the one day after we talked a couple of weeks ago, but I was busy doing something else and just never got back to it. So
Do you
I'll
like
take a look.
You like the
What's that?
camouflage ones, or you want like gray or black, or what do you want?
I like the camel.
Do you? All
Yeah,
right.
I'll take a look. I'll
We're
take a
probably
look.
the only two in Mason City that have a pair of camo hey dudes, but that's all right.
That's all right. That's all right.
Start a new trend.
Exactly.
I'll buy them. I'll get your feet size or foot size for sure. Or maybe I'll just have you go in there and I'll just say they're already paid for.
Yeah. Well, I'll take a look.
You got to try it, Pete. Once you have them on, you'll be buying pair after pair after pair.
Well, you kind of intrigue me now. I've never really heard of anybody talk about shoes that you have to have so many pair of because they're so comfortable. So
Oh,
kind
man,
of got me intrigued.
I got a pair that I wear, put on after I get out of bed in the morning. A pair that I wear to work. A couple pair, so it's all that good stuff. Now my brother's calling. He's listening from Florida, I'm sure. Right, quit talking about the hey dudes.
Exactly.
You don't have a pair. So, yeah. Or I won't buy him a pair, but I'm going to buy you a pair.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably what he's thinking. Didn't even get a Christmas gift from you last year.
Don't bring that up, Pete. I didn't. All right. So, Pete, have yourself a wonderful day. Carol, good morning. She made a comment here this morning. So, good morning, Carol. So, don't want to leave her out.
Good morning. Exactly.
Yeah. So,
real quick while I do that, I remember, and I think if I remember right, his name was Brandon, who asked about the Iowa 17, the markings between Highway 3 and going up towards Corwith.
Yep.
And, I mentioned that we are doing some patching there, and we are, but we are also going to microsurface that stretch of road. So I know we've talked about it before, that microsurfacing it's a thin treatment layer. It's more or less to seal up the road to protect it.
Sure.
It's going to give you a little bit better driving surface. It's not the same as an asphalt resurfacing project, but it will be a little bit better. So hopefully, I know Brandon had mentioned that it needs work. So hopefully that will help things out.
Sounds good. Pete, we always talk to him every Tuesday at 7:40 about the Iowa DOT report. Pete, have yourself a wonderful week. All right.
All right. You do the same, Jay.
That's the good stuff.